Hello and welcome to the Mindset Model Podcast. I'm Sarah Davis, your go-to confidence coach. This is the place where self-doubt gets kicked out, confidence gets turned up, and you get the tools to live the life you know you are meant for. In this podcast, we dive into real stories, mindset magic, we have guest experts, and the truth about what it really takes to live your best life. So grab your coffee, turn up the volume as we are raising our standards and stepping into the version of you who owns the room. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Mindset Model Podcast. I am absolutely delighted to have you all here today. Now we have begun guest speaker season, and as you know on the show I've had some incredible guests, international guests, but today I have got a first on the Mindset Model show. We have got an incredible queen, Emy, who is all the way from New Zealand, and she is an amazing artist. She is here live on the show today, and honestly, I pride myself on bringing you the best guests that are going to empower you and inspire you to be your true self. So, welcome to the show, Emy.
Hola, konnichiwa, kia ora, and hello, my friend Sarah.
Oh, now that is a hello indeed. This is incredible. How are you feeling today?
I'm so happy and excited to share a lot of beautiful things with you and your listeners. Thank you so much for having me.
Fantastic. It's an absolute pleasure. So just to give our listeners and our viewers, if you're listening to this on the podcast, watching this on the YouTube, so how I met Emy. Now we have similar backgrounds in regards to mindset, personal development. So Kathleen Cameron, she is one of our influencers. And Emy dropped me a message one day and she was like, Sarah, I would love to be on your podcast. And it's been a long time coming. Emy was originally meant to be on the podcast in May, but as you all know, I've had a very crazy year this year. And we've actually got a little bit of a funny story from this morning and how powerful mindset work is. So I do really struggle with time zones. And I said to Emy, I was like, right, let's get this in the diary. And I messaged Emy and I was like, see you in an hour. Emy, what happened?
Wait, oh my God, this is hilarious. And I was like, shit. I was like, what? 1 hour? What? No, we were meant to talk tomorrow. And I am. And anyway, the time zones were so messed up in my head, but I kept calm. Ladies and gentlemen, I am calm. I am a mom right now cooking some dinner. We haven't had dinner, but I was like, okay, God is gonna help me arrange everything because everything is divinely guided. So my partner just arrived from another city, just arrived. I told him, I have this podcast with this amazing, incredible person. Please have the kids before you go straight to your basketball. And everything flows so well for us to be here in this moment right now.
This is amazing. And what is just so magical about this, Emy was saying that previously she would have been running around, but Emy is just gorgeous, calm, collected, ready for this. And this is the power of the mindset work. But also, Emy, as an artist, has just really mastered such an incredible way of, rather than reacting to life, just responding in such a mindful way. So, first of all, Emy, my listeners and my viewers would love to know about you. So, you are a Japanese-Colombian artist, clay artist, living in New Zealand. That is very exciting. Tell us more.
So, the Japanese-Colombian side, it comes from my mom and dad. My dad is Colombian, my mom is Japanese. They met in the States. They went to live in Colombia. They had me, woohoo!
Woohoo!
And then my sisters, and then 25 years later, I met my Kiwi partner in my city. He went to do his exchange program from university here, And then we met, and then we fell in love to each other. And then he said, "Come on to New Zealand with me." And I'm like, "Okay, let's do it." My mom was like, "Yes, this is the moment of independence." And I'm like, "Okay, that's cool. Awesome. Thank you, mom." And then I came to New Zealand, and here I am in such a cool place to live in. I love New Zealand. It's such a multicultural. There's like a lot of things that I love about in Wellington. Is one of the windiest cities in the world. So I am like with my hair woohoo like that whenever I go out, or I just put a hair tie on, whatever. But it's such a beautiful place, New Zealand. So grateful that life has brought me here with my love, and I have two little kids now. So yeah, it's just been like this journey of how I, you know, by living life, of course, hearing and listening to, okay, what is kind of nice, what is good, okay, let's go to New Zealand. And with the ups and downs of things, with the really hard moments, and then really good parts of like people really liking my art. And so that has been like a whole journey of how I have kept moving forward with my art. Easily, with a lot of situations, I would have said, no, I'm just gonna keep doing this teacher aiding, which I was doing before I went full time as an artist, before having kids, to bring money to be able to buy for groceries and all the things. And but now I'm like, no, I'm so glad I have been moving forward, a little steps, baby steps, all the things to learn, all the things about how is running a business, keep myself positive, because a lot of the times I can hear all these words saying like, no, like, what am I doing, whatever. But this has been a really beautiful journey of me coming from Colombia to New Zealand, all the learnings and things like that. So yeah, this has been a cool journey.
This is incredible. First of all, New Zealand. The closest I've got to New Zealand is Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
actual favorite film. So, looking at that,
Really?
yes.
Cool.
My husband and I have actually named our house Rivendell and
Okay.
wake up every
I
morning to the Shire.
okay. I haven't watched the whole thing, so I also watch a little bit, and so you must know, must be the expert on Lord of the Rings, I guess. Hmm.
Oh, yeah, we're slightly obsessed. But anyway, like just even the scenery there, stunning, stunning,
Hmm.
stunning. So, what is beautiful about your story is you had this intuitive pull, like art is what gives you life. Now, most people really listen to that voice, which is like, no, you've got to choose what's sensible, what is going to be supporting you, and all of those things like that. But you really have followed your dreams and gone for and that will really inspire a lot of our listeners. And I would love to dive in a little bit more and what you said about how mindset and personal growth has really influenced your creative process. So first of all, how did you get into art? When did you think, yes, this is for me?
I was, I don't know, I was a little kid. I was a kid seeing my mom, my aunties doing their crafts, completely different mediums, like doing their knitting or doing their embroidery or other ways of art. But yes, I was exposed from my family, and but I was like, I know I'm gonna be an artist, but I was like, I had a very strong, really want is I don't know if you help me with my English, like that was like a big pull for me to be able to want to be like a social worker, like a life
Mm.
a changer, to bring a lot of uh, good in the world. So I think in the last few years, I have merged these
Wow.
two strongly, and I feel like as I have never felt so aligned with what I am creating, because in the last before that it was a lot of exploration,
Mm.
different topics, different even textures and all the things. But now I'm like, okay, I am learning about myself. I am learning to see the world in different ways. Many people could be saying right now, the world is horrible. There's so many bad people in this world. Be careful, don't do this, don't do that, all the things. But at the same time, I can also move forward seeing the world in a different way. We are living in such a good world. My day is amazing. My life is good. People around me, in front of me. I have this incredible person in front of me. How come? How? But this is the way I'm choosing my thoughts and the way I'm telling myself. So this is also what I want to bring with my art. Good feelings, hope, joy, peace. So I don't know, yeah. This has been like a really beautiful way I can merge these
I'm
since I was
literally on
little.
fire right now. Emmy, first of all, your English is incredible. So the way that you describe things, yes, tick, tick, tick. Woo, you are winning. No, the way that you word things is absolutely brilliant and it really resonates and it makes so much sense. I love the fact that just a few, there's so many things that I want to go into. So I love the way that you knew in your soul that you were going to be an artist. You just didn't know the how. And it's not up to us to know the how. It's up to us, as you said, to just go for those little steps, follow those
Mhm,
calls. And
mhm,
as well, like you have chosen to have the perspective of joy, love, and peace because
mhm,
life is about how you see it and how you choose. You get to choose how you see life. And you are somebody who has chosen a path of energy and joy and providing the world with goodness. Like you've created, something that used to be your hobby that was fun. Now art has got so much more depth and meaning to it. And because you
mhm,
also had this intuitive pull to help people as well,
mhm,
you've merged them
mhm,
together. And what you've created is just unbelievable, which is why I'm so excited to have you here today to explain this in a little bit more detail with our
mhm,
listeners. So, one thing that a lot of my listeners I know really do struggle with is, of course, being busy, having children, maybe looking after a family, working a full-time job, and then finding that time to pursue that joy and that passion. How did you do it? What did you do? What have you put in place? Tell us your
Remember,
secrets.
remember the how is not important. Just kidding. Like, but hey, like I think is first you can pray and say, "Hey, God, or whoever source, I want to bring more joy. I want to bring more calmness. I want to bring, you know, more air into my body, more peace, and all the things." And then things, YouTube videos will come up in front of you. Guests like your podcasts, and like that makes me crack up and laugh so much. I love you listening to you, and all the other things and tools will come when you start to consume those things specifically to what you want. So that's how Kathleen came in my world. That's how you came in my world. That's how, like, listening to my body, um, I start to search what can I do about this. I want to bring more, I don't know, better health. So I started to include more breath work, um, meditation, affirmations, like listening, and also listening to my own voice, which my whole world I was listening to others, pretty much. And now I'm just writing my scripts. I am recording them. That is my one of my favorite moments in my day, when I go and drop off the kids and I come back peacefully in the car to my house, listening to my voice saying like, "Oh my God, Amy, I'm so excited about this day because look at my house, it's so clean. Delicious food. Look at this. My food looks like an art. Or I don't know, a lot of different things that brings me so much happiness and excitement of what is happening now in my mind and what is to come. So we can choose to think other things like, I know I have to pay this, I know I have to do this, I don't look good, look at my skin, look at my hair, or no, I know. Or instead you can think and listen to these recordings, or I don't know, just writing in your journal saying like, I'm so grateful to be me, I love myself so much. You can choose to do that. So that has shifted so much of the way I am as a mother, I am as a partner, I am as myself, I am as a citizen of the world, how I show myself in front of my viewers, my followers, my customers, anyone who is listening to me. This is who I want to be in front of them, to bring inspiration, to bring joy, a bit more peace and like, yeah, like learnings from what I am living, to to let them know like, yes, you can too. You can always start. It's never too late. There is plenty of time if that's how you want to think. And instead of saying like, no, I don't have time. Yes, you have. You have plenty of time, you know? hmm
Absolutely. Those are some really amazing tools that you utilize in your day. So just to break that down a little bit to our listeners and our viewers,
hmm
because what it sounds like is Emy's really tapped into those little micro moments, those pockets of time, because being a busy person, and I know a lot of people can resonate with this, we think I've got no time, but you do. Even if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that is enough for you to pause. So the key message here is the self, going into the self and pausing. When you have that moment to pause, your intuition, you can think, you can really listen to yourself, you can listen to your body, you can listen to the thoughts, and whatever thoughts are coming up, you can decide to believe in what you're thinking or change them. The scripting, I love this. So there is an app that I have where you can record your voice. I'm sure you've got that as well. And this is something that Bob Proctor taught like years ago, how you can record your own voice doing like affirmations like, I'm having a great day today. And I love the fact that you have this playing in the car after you've dropped the kid. You're creating this perfect feeling. And this is what it's about. It's the emotion. So you're in your car, you're relaxed, you're calm, you've got your affirmations on, you get home, then you're leaning into your gratitude. You've got a stunning home. Your food looks like art, like it's clean, it's quiet. Like those things we really do take for granted. And you've just harnessed the power of noticing the joy, noticing those little moments. So, all of our listeners, it's those little steps, those little wins, those little changes in perspective.
And can I add
Yes,
something?
please.
Um, this sounds like all very perfection, but it's not. I last week I there's limits in my patience,
Yeah.
and I had to tell my kids like, just come, or no, there's no time. And in my back I'm like, yes, there is time, Amy, why are you implanting this to but there is all practice,
Mm.
practice in my awareness, my mind. And then kids are listening to me saying like, no, there's no time. And the other day he says like, mama, are we late, do we have time? And I was like, actually no, there is plenty of time. Actually, in real time, in the 3D world, we were pretty good in time, but they are learning from what we're saying. But then we can also start to make these changes slowly. I have been thinking so much, to have a bit more time in the mornings, maybe I can go to sleep early, then I can wake up a bit earlier to have a bit more, things prepared in the morning, and then we can go with ease in the morning to school.
Mm.
But it's like slowly the how will come, to let you know how you can practice this a bit more. For example, in my script, I have a beautiful clean house. In the meantime, there's like piles of laundry here and there,
Yeah.
like literally, I'm not exaggerating, but I know that in my mind, when I feel like the house is so clean, my kitchen is amazing, and what I feel in my body is like excitement. I have a smile in my face when I'm driving, hearing this. And this is all, I don't know what is the science behind this, but I know every cell in my body is feeling the joy. There is a chemical reaction, I
Yeah.
think, that this is what brings me excitement of, okay, let's fold the laundry. Or let's do something about it or something. It's not
That's
the end of the world. Or
such a perfect message because this life is balanced. Like everything's not meant to be perfect. You will have those days when it feels great, but you will also have those days when you're like, ah. And like you said, it is practice. Like every single day, we're just learning to be the best versions of ourselves. And it's looking at it as actually, that is okay. That is okay. We are learning and not putting the pressure on. Why have I got washing everywhere and this? No, no, it's fine. It's okay. We're just learning. And again, like what you said about your whole body just feeling so like excited and joy, that is a true scientific study where I won't go into like the science with it today, but as everything is energy. We're just like particles and atoms, and we all have specific frequencies. And then when you're in a very high frequency, that's when your atoms are moving very fast. So your love, your joy, your gratitude, and you can feel that in your body. But when you are in feeling guilt or fear, or you feel that's a very low and slow vibration. And that's when you can feel that in your body. So what you're describing there is the actual science. So when you can add that emotion into your day of excitement and joy, you actually have a chemical change in your body. It is proven, and you're living proof. So I love this. Is the sound, are we all good?
yeah, yes,
Perfect.
it was just in the last 3-4 seconds that it
Oh,
kind of
do you
muted.
know what? We're just going to go with it. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Okay.
We are live, raw, living our best life on the mindset model. This is what happens when you connect to the other side of the world. The sound sometimes, and also the energy that we're bringing on this show, the laptop and the Wi-Fi cannot cope with our high vibes.
Mhm.
That's what it is. So, Justine, we've just got a couple more questions. I am a nature lover. When I'm not in my corporate role, when I'm not out and about, being the mindset model, I am fully immersing myself in nature. Now, your art is very inspired by nature. Please tell us a little bit more about your art and how it inspires you and how you incorporate nature into it.
So I have been um I have been creating art pieces inspired by nature since I was living in Colombia. That was like, let's say, in the last 20 or so years, exploring and all the things. But in the last 2 years, I have been more feeling like, okay, um, how I can connect the personal, growth and mindset and development with nature. How, because we can all learn so much from nature, the rhythms of nature, how they just are, It's not that they're beautiful or ugly, or it's just like so
Mm.
like I don't know, just horrible or they're amazing. It's they are
Yes.
how they are, how they evolved, how nature just created these all these things
It's without
and
judgment. Nature does not have
without
judgment on
judgment.
itself. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So from there, I think we can learn so much and we create different metaphors. And that's what I also use for my art. This art last piece I made, Rise from Within. Rise from Within is this feeling of like, okay, I have been cultivating all of these. I have been working all my life or whatever, a lot of my time into this moment, and now I'm ready to rise, kind of that feeling. And the image is a humpback whale, breaching
Mm.
in the oceans and the seas of Kaikoura, which is here in New Zealand, where they visit a lot. The whales come and visit. There's lots of whale watching, people coming from everywhere in the world to come and watch this. But this is what I thought. I want to bring this emotion and this teaching and these learnings through merging my art with this message. And I have a few lined up, pieces lined up for me to create more of these. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited because we can learn so much from nature again. Yeah.
I've seen this piece. It's the most beautiful piece. It's stunning, gorgeous, it's mesmerizing, it's breathtaking. And you can see that the intention that has gone into your art is so deep and so pure and so, and you've done it. You've created this offering to the world where you've created this beautiful art, but it has meaning, that true meaning. I love that so much. And nature, as you said, like we can learn so much from nature with its ebbs and its flows and its ups and its down. And nature doesn't judge itself. Like a tree isn't like when it comes into autumn, bloody hell, my leaves are falling off and look at me, I look all scabby. And then it gets to winter and it's got no leaves. The tree's not like,
Damn!
oh, I'm naked. Oh, I'm a terrible person. No, the tree's just like
Mhm.
it just is. And then spring is going to come. I'm going to get my buds, my leaves. It just is. So we can learn so much. And you've managed to put the messaging of nature into your art, which is just incredible. Now,
Mhm.
another question that I really want to ask you, because you are so good with your intuition. Now, living in a very busy world, a lot of us humans have forgotten we even have intuition. We're so disconnected from ourselves and we're just doing, 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 but we're not being. Um, how do you nurture your intuition? And do you have any advice to our listeners?
So going back to how you started the question, that we forgot how to listen to our
Mm.
intuition, meaning that you can remember
Ah,
doing this. You can remember who you are. You can remember who how to listen to yourself and how amazing, how effing amazing you are.
you can swear.
you know?
You can swear.
Yeah, it's not my thing actually. It's your
Okay,
thing
that's
and I
fine.
love
But
hearing from you.
if you feel like a swear word accidentally pops out, you go for it. But if not, you do
You.
you. It is welcome.
Thank you. Yes, so I think is yeah, like how you can remember who you are, which is you are an incredible, amazing person. You are a light in this world, and you are so loved and all the things. And try to close your eyes, bring a bit of stillness in your moment, and these little like practices will bring you the moment to say like, actually actually, I wanted to do this instead of this. Ah, why didn't I slow down myself before? But we're not judging. So, why I'm so glad I'm doing this now.
Yeah.
Now, um, it's just like that, and we think it's a very complex thing, but it's actually
Mm.
as simple as asking yourself, what is it that I want? What do I want, pizza or do I want sushi? Do I want makeup or no makeup today? No makeup, okay. It makes my life so easy. I don't have to put makeup, and still I have a very loving partner. My kids will squeeze me, they love me, and I still love myself without makeup.
Mm.
So it's like, is intuition is asking yourself, do I want this or this? Which one makes you more
Mm.
aligned with the moment? Like, what do I really want in this moment? So I think this is what I have been learning in the last few years more than ever. And yeah, it's just like practicing in whenever I can, which sometimes I forget, but sometimes I'm like, okay, I mean, I know you can. I know you can sit and write things out. How do you feel? The frustrations of life, try to bring this into the awareness, because then, thanks to pausing, then I can do something about it. And that's like the ways you can, like, have more present the questions of, yeah, like the intuitive moments, and then the intuitive hits will come, like, ah, what if I do this to get this? And then when you have more this core activity a bit more settled in your life, then it's much easier, much clearer for you to know what it is that excites you, what it is that you want. So I think, I don't know if I am answering the question, but yeah.
You are. You really are. That was incredible.
Mhm.
What you really brought to life there for our viewers and listeners is we do overcomplicate things. We overcomplicate, we've, as you mentioned, we've forgotten our intuition, but we can remember. But
Mhm.
also, we don't have to overcomplicate it. A simple thing like asking yourself a question: do I want to
Mhm.
wear makeup today or don't I? You will get that intuitive feeling, that nudge of how you feel. And that is such a powerful practice that anybody can do, because when you build your intuition, you come so connected to yourself and you know yourself so much more. And that's what you've done. And you've become such a strong woman, such a role model for your children. It's unbelievable. Now, this
Mhm.
leads me into my favorite question for you. What
Hey,
is,
but wait,
oh,
just
oh,
1 second.
okay, okay.
Sorry. I just call. I'm very called to
It's
share this
coming.
part too.
Say it.
Is coming. The intuitive hit is coming. Is that when you mentioned that we remember how to be intuitive or how to listen to our intuition, it means we knew how to do it since we were born.
Mm.
So our kids, when you were a little girl, when you were a baby, when I was a baby, sometimes I was like, I knew what I want. I want this toy, not this one. So I'm telling my mom, but I want this one, not this one. And when we cry is when we are telling and expressing, hey, actually I wanted this toy, not this one. And and our I'm just giving this example because we since we were born we know how to express our feelings of our frustration because we're not heard, or we're angry because this is not working out how we want, or things like that. So in my culture, for example, is it I remember a lot of the times when I said, no, I actually wanted, let's say, I don't know, is it, I wanted a chocolate ice cream and not a vanilla. And not a vanilla? I was told, oh, how come you don't want a vanilla? But I'm like, no, I just want chocolate. And easily you can accept, okay, let's have a chocolate instead of vanilla. and like instead of judging, because you are the one who know what you want, instead of saying, okay, I'm gonna have vanilla. Okay, that's what this X person wants me to have. And that's when there is no intuition. You're not following your intuition.
So it's
That's what I
learned.
wanted to say.
We have
That's what I wanted to
no,
say.
it's a really important message because when we were children, we knew exactly what we wanted. We've always been into it, but as you grow up into an adult, that is where you are exposed to, no, you should have this, you should have that. You should act this way, you should look this way, you should be this way. So we end up just following and being like what other people expect from us. And that's when we disconnect from our intuition. And that's such a prime example. If our viewers and listeners have got children, you will see that your children, they know what they want, they know how to express their feelings. But at what point does that get turned off? At what point do we change? That's a really interesting question. At what point did you stop going for your dreams? At what point did you say, nah, I'm just going to do what everyone else is doing? Really interesting question.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, yeah. Like you can be being influenced very easily. Like actually, most of my classmates are studying this instead of art. Or I am a lot of my
Mm.
people around me are doing this instead of
Mm.
this. So I'm gonna follow the sheep. I don't know
Yes.
how do you know.
Yeah.
I have heard a lot of this metaphor in English. I'm
Yeah.
like, ah, yes, this is what it
Gonna
means
be
to
a
follow
sheep.
the sheep.
Yeah.
And in a sheep country, me myself.
Yes, you are in the sheep country.
But anyway, no, like what I wanted to say is like sometimes it's really easy for you to be influenced in a way that you say, "Like, actually no, I think this is what people think this is best to do, so I'm gonna do this." But actually what it is that you want, what it is, what you love, what
Mm.
brings you joy, what brings you excitement, that that excitement in your body, what it is that you want, because life is meant to be lived,
Yes.
no?
Absolutely. And
Mhm.
that's really interesting because I think when you're younger, as you mentioned, a lot of your classmates were doing different studies. You loved art. And I did art A level at school, actually. Fun fact for you.
Cool.
I was very creative and I loved, bringing things. I was not academic at all, but I did study science just to keep
Mhm.
my parents happy because they were like, Sarah, you need to do science so you become a doctor and then you won't be poor. And I'm like, oh, but when you're younger, you listen, don't you? But I'm so pleased that, I've got you on the show to just really, showcase that when you do follow your passion and your joy, it works. What do you love? So that is a question for our viewers and listeners today. What do you love? Now, Emmy, what is your super goal? Because on this show, I love to hear from our guest experts, like what they're bringing into this world. What's your biggest goal? What would set your soul on fire? Tell us. Yes,
Big goal.
the big
The
goal.
big goal, and this is something I have been also learning to think big, to dream big. Sometimes for me to dream big was to have my art in the galleries, but I can dream bigger than that. And I have been tapping more into this in the last also months, weeks, I guess, writing the script. Lately, it has been like, oh my God, am I am I an global artist who have a team of artists that help me make art,
Yes.
around the world, take my art and exhibit in different countries, in different cities, bring my art to Colombia, where I was born. People are asking me, Amy, in your next trip, please bring your art. We want to see what you make and all the things. So I don't have one big goal, but I think it's just like is a bit limitless, but yeah, at the moment, that is one of the big goals for me, to have like a team who helps me create my art, so I don't have to sit and use my whole all my time to make it, which is something I really love. But at the same time, I also can be thinking and projecting my art in different ways
Mm.
while my team is doing that, and connecting with other like organizations, where how we can spread these messages through art in like schools, or I don't know, charity places, or different ways for me to allocate my time, and I don't know, traveling or all other things too. So this is, I think this is one my big goal at the moment. There could be a bigger goal after that. I know that I think when I hit that place, I'm like, okay, what's next?
Exactly. We're, as humans, we're here to ever expand, ever grow. We will always have goal after goal after goal, but you
Mhm,
are truly here for impact and you want to, it's in your soul to bring your gorgeous art to as many people as possible. So obviously the next step is for you to be getting out there, having a team and
mhm,
you scaling up so you can impact as many people as possible. And I really can
mhm,
see this for you.
mhm,
And
mhm,
what I loved you mentioned as well is it sometimes feels difficult to dream big. When you first start, you think, am I allowed? Is that unrealistic? Is it okay for me to dream big? Yes.
mhm,
Yes, it is. And the bigger you dream, the more likely you are to achieve those goals. And it's
mhm,
just something we've been taught. Don't, keep in your own lane, stay small, but it's that's not true. And we've seen evidence of, I'm sure you've got people which inspire you in the artist world that are global. If they
mhm.
can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, and also like is um another like mindset shift for me has been like to see the success of others, in a way that I love that, and I will love that for me, and I'm celebrating that person, instead of feeling I'm so jealous, I
Mm,
envious. I will never have that in my life, because like, well, there's no evidence, look that they look what I'm eating, look at my payment, look my salary. How come there's
mm,
no, but at the same time, or look, there's no followers, no one wants to
mm,
follow me, whatever it is in the situation. But at this, but if you see like, oh my God, only yesterday or the 2 days ago, I saw in Instagram this lady that I saw in Instagram. She has the most gorgeous, uh I'm gonna say this, like rich lifestyle
yeah.
looking, but what in her comments, her descriptions, she mentioned so much gratitude, so
Mm,
much love, that she loves her life. She's so in gratitude with her partner in her life, blah blah blah, all the things. So I can see how I'm like, I would love that. I would love to travel the world like her. I would love these gorgeous, stylish clothes and makeup and whatever, nails and whatever, food, restaurants that she goes, because she's posting all of it. And I'm like, ah, yes, 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 yes. So I forgot what was the question.
you were talking about comparison. I just brilliant because so many you were in the flow there. You were literally in the flow of I am there traveling the world,
Mhm.
and then you've just come back
Yeah.
onto the podcast. Okay, that was brilliant. Um, you were such a really good message there where we can
Mhm.
compare and we can look at people. Have you remembered?
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, so we can look, yeah, like how you were saying, that you can see the people in and you can choose to say like no, like I can't do this, or I can't do this, or yes, I can do this. And then that's how you can start to see like, okay, I would love to have my first solo exhibition.
Mm.
And I was having this in my vision board, having in my scripts. And what happened in April this year? I had my first solo exhibition. People came, people visited. I was over the moon. I was so excited. The beautiful experience. I had also professional photographer coming to take these beautiful moments. And then after that, but that was one of my goals that I was like, okay, I have to do this because is my calling and one of goals. And after that, it's like a snowball. You are connecting with this person, and then they are asking you, come to this event, please come to this, exhibit your art piece, or you have a new commission art, whatever, so when you start to uh, embody that person that I'm like, yes, I'm this artist, global artist, and I am this person who is impacting the world with these messages. Then people will start to say, yes, Emy from Eclo Art is this artist who wants to impact the world in this way. You have to believe in yourself first. You have to say it out loud, or in the mirror, or in your journal. Put it physically out there, because once you, what is it called? The cast the spell,
Yeah.
it will start to
Your word is your
flourish.
wand.
Yes, exactly. And this is all created before it actually happened for me. The exhibition wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have written it down, or I hadn't said it in the script, or tell this in myself, like, yes, I'm gonna have it. So yeah, it's pretty powerful.
This is so exciting. First of all, huge congratulations having your first solo expedition in April. That is massive, and that is a testimony to you and the belief and the work that you've done on yourself. How incredible that must have felt to have your art on those walls, have photographers there. And what you mentioned as well, there's been so many opportunities off the back of that, all because you did it. You went for your dreams, you went for your goals, you made that action, that first step. And it, like you said, it's going to snowball now. Like in no time, you are going to be the global artist. I can see it. It's
And
already done.
you know how it all started?
How? Tell me.
When I was 15, in the art class, I I went to this class, and the art teacher said, you have to, there is a plasticine and these boards, sit and do whatever you want. Today is freestyle.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh, okay, wow, plasticine. Okay, let's do something. In my first probably 5-10 minutes, I was just so concentrated in my piece. I'm like, what should I do? Oh, let's try this. And my first stroke was with, I didn't have any tools, so I only used my fingers. With the clay, look, I have
yeah.
clay, a lot of clay in front of me. So I had a clay, and then squeeze it with my finger on the board with different tones. I just mix all the things. Next minute, I look up. What is happening in the older classroom? Plasticine flying one side to the other. All the boys going like to each other, or others making the figurines,
Yes.
whatever, the standing men or ladies or
Yeah.
whatever. And then I was like, ah, yeah, okay, okay. And then I kept doing, and then I finished. I went to the teacher. I was so hungry. I think it was morning tea or lunchtime or something. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. See you later. Next minute, I feel this pull in my shirt saying like, you have to frame this. You have to frame this. This is the first call from the universe, from the divine, telling me, think in the way of my teacher, that said, you have to frame this. And I was like so confused, huh?
Yeah.
Frame this? I this is something I just didn't, but he is the one who noted, Amy, there is skill, there is talent. You have to look. He didn't even too many words. I was so hungry. I left. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. I'm gonna frame this.
Whatever.
I think I'm gonna frame this. I'm gonna go and have a food. I don't even know how this piece arrived safely to my house that day. Um, but then the next days or weeks, I was like, actually, that was a lot of fun. I
Mm.
loved that whole, it was probably an hour and a half or something. Um, and I was like, yeah, let's give it a go. I bought this plasticine clay in the art supply place in the store and the boards, and I dove into different pieces. Next weeks or months, classmates who are into the arts or they love my art or whatever, they say, Amy, can you make me a piece? I made two pieces for under like $20. I didn't know how to price anything.
Yeah.
Originals. That took me like, I don't know, a month
Hours.
each, you know. But
We've all been there.
it was so much fun. The best thing ever. So that's how it started. It's just sometimes it's just like the nudge from someone who tells you, "Hey, you're really good at this," or but at the same time you feel you remember, did I had fun with it or not? Do I want to continue this or not? So yeah. Mhm.
That's incredible. So you went from literally, around 15 years old or whatever it was in the classroom, your teacher saying, wow, you should frame that. Then
Mhm.
you said to yourself, was that fun? Did I enjoy that? And now, this year, you had your first solo expedition. That is
It's
incredible.
actually in my first exhibition in New Zealand. I had like two others in Colombia, which was amazing
So you
too.
you you already are a global artist. This is amazing.
Hmm.
This
Yeah,
is
so
so inspiring for our listeners and our viewers to go for your dreams and goals, because when you just decide, just do it, take that action.
mhm.
Emy, I know that my viewers and listeners would love to connect with you. Where can we find you? How can we see your work? Tell us everything.
I am so happy to connect with you. If you want to come and say hi on my Instagram, which is where I am the most active on, and my Instagram handle is at ecloart, and that's it. It's not longer than that. At ecloart, ecloart, you write at, and then ECLO art, ART. ECLO. ECLO is the initials of my full name. It's a very long name.
Ah,
In Latin America, we put like two or three names each, and you have to say your next two surnames. So that's my ECLO, ECLO art. Emy Cristina Londoño Oikawa art.
wow, what a beautiful name. But yeah, we are not remembering that.
Thank you. So yeah, and then also come and look what's available on my art originals and prints. I am sending globally at a very, very good cost because I have partnered with this global printer and that they have printers in 30 plus printers around the world. So wherever you buy it, you will have a very good shipping cost. And they're all pieces I have done in the last, let's say, I think 5 years or so at the moment. And 8 or so. Anyway, the best selling of the first I made when I was here in New Zealand. But yeah, like come and check out my art. I would love to connect with you. Come and say hi. Tell me what did you think about this podcast, this amazing Sarah with her amazing questions and all the things, because we can all learn so much from other walks of lives. Even though if you are not an artist, but you're also a mother or you're someone who has a business or any, life goal, remember it's not never too late. Never too late. Remember there is the law of gestation that you things are happening slowly, and it can take days, minutes, days, weeks, months, years. For me, it took years since I came to New Zealand, like to say, okay, I want to be known as a global artist. It took me, I don't know, 7 years or so before I was like, oh no, I think I'm gonna make jewelry. And yes, it was so much fun and all the things, but I'm gonna make jewelry because probably that's what people will afford the most. But that was my mindset before.
Mm.
Now I'm like, there will be people who will afford few thousands dollars piece around the world, and there are many of them that
Yeah.
can afford it. So I'm like, okay, this is my moment to shine. And I hope you really like this conversation because I think I loved it. It was so much fun.
I am obsessed. This has been incredible. And I know that the mindset model viewers and listeners are going to take away so much from this. You are a true inspiration, Emy. Please make sure you are following Emy, you're connecting. Have a look at her website. I'll put everything in the show notes. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining us today. Now, if you loved this show, please like, review, share it with your friends. If you have got a friend that wants to be inspired, they've got a goal, dream, and desire, listen to this show. Send them this show because we've got living proof here of how just listening to your intuition and going for your goals, you can become a global sensation. Thank you so much, everyone, and I will see you in the next episode.